Cut to the Chase podcast, guys. Welcome back for another episode. I'm your host, Chase Abel. Please subscribe, like, and share. Please, if you like the podcast, just go on YouTube, go on Spotify, go on Apple Podcasts, go on anywhere the podcast is available. We are there. We appreciate everyone listening. This is another episode. I am, as you can tell by my tone and my pace, I am coming in hot as a missile. First of all, I would like to say, fuck ZipCar. And I apologize for my language, but fuck ZipCar, because you guys are the worst company that I've ever been part of, contributed to, spoke to, lied to, all of the above. Let me guys give you a little recap as to why I feel this way with ZipCar. Okay? Guys, if you guys don't know where ZipCar is a company that you can create an account where you can use cars by hour or half hour and you can rent them. At first, when I created the account, I thought this is a great company. I don't have a vehicle. I live in the city. I don't really have use for a car. If you guys live in other areas aside from a major city, yes, you guys have cars you can drive. And if you live in New York City or Boston, places like that, you really don't need a car. So ZipCar was a great tool for me to use. It was going great up until recently. Okay. Now you guys tell me how I should look at this. I rented a car from ZipCar. I had to move, right? Update from the last podcast. I found a place. Hence, it was the night before that I found a place. But after the therapy session by Nicky Neighborhoods, I had to get my sense of urgency back. So I was able to find a place. My friend was like, "Hey, you can rent my place. I'm over here in the West Coast." She was very nice to offer me her place. It's a very nice place by the beach, by the way. So if any of you guys are in, the country, please come and visit. So my thing is this. So I rented a ZipCar to pack up all my things, right? And when I say all my things, just my clothes and my toothbrush, because comedians pack light. Okay. I left all my furniture. I left all my, anything that was too heavy for me to move into a Kia Soul, I left in my apartment. I packed up everything into the Kia Soul and I went to the apartment. I put everything into my apartment and I left. Right. I left it into a new place. I went to go celebrate because I'm like, I have a new place. Granted, it's only for 30 days. Month-to-month situation, but it is new and it is mine. Okay, I did pay the rent. I leave with the ZipCar, right? I went to go return the ZipCar, right? Now I was supposed to extend my time. I went over time by a couple minutes. Now you're supposed to, if you are going to be late, you're supposed to extend the time, which I attempted to do. The ZipCar app did not accept my extension. It said I need to update my payment method. Wait. I know what you guys are probably thinking. Insufficient funds. Expiration date. Other person's a la carte. None of those were actually the case. I had plenty of funds in there. I don't know why the app didn't allow me to extend my time. So I had to update my payment method according to what the app said. I go ahead and update my payment method by providing my debit card, credit card, whatever the case may be. It doesn't accept it. I look at my bank account, plenty of money in there. So I'm questioning myself as to why it's not allowing me to update my payment method on the ZipCar app. I do it again. No luck. So now I'm thinking, what the heck is going on? So I call the ZipCar customer service line, right? This is at 3:30 in the morning, right? I'm in the middle of Dorchester, Massachusetts, right? I'm not going to tell you why I'm there. But I'm in Dorchester, Massachusetts at 3:30 in the morning. Okay. Sometimes we need to revisit places, okay, guys, to let you know where you need to go. So I go to Dorchester, right? No, I'm actually in Dorchester, right? The reason why I knew something was happening because the car wouldn't start. So they locked the car. They electronically locked the car so for me not be able to start the car. I was like, oh, this is going to be an easy fix. I call customer service. I'm going to explain to them what happened. They're going to, update my card information. They're going to do a new reservation. I bring the car back, bada bing, bada boom. I take an Uber back to my new place. I have a honey bun, smoke a joint. I go to bed. I call some person from who knows where. I want to say Bangladesh. I didn't drop the car off. Okay, the car is still in my possession. I can't start the car. So I need ZipCar to unlock the car so I can bring it back. They're telling me, oh, your account is locked. I say, well, why is it locked? It's only been 10 minutes for me not to extend the vehicle. They're like, well, did you try it more than 6 or 7 times? I say, no, I only tried it a few times. So, well, I'm sorry to say there's nothing we could do. You are going to have to talk to the billing department. I say, well, where's the billing department? They said, it's closed. I said, well, I'm still open. The car door's still open. I'm in the middle of Dorchester. Who is able to help me so I can get to bring this car back? And also, more importantly, not to incur any late charges. They're like, well, we don't have anyone available to assist you. I'm like, so what you're telling me is that I'm the first one out of all the thousands and thousands of customers you have that had this situation, and you don't have no one readily available to assist someone in need of an emergency vehicle? They're like, yes. First of all, when he said yes, I really wanted to punch him in the face over the phone, but I respected it though. Like a little bit, I did respect it. Fast forward, right? They said, there's nothing we could do. You're stuck. I'm like, you know what? Cool. I took the key from the ZipCar because it is in Dorchester. It was in an area that was a little not great. Love Dorchester, but be mindful. So I leave. I bring the car key with me. I go home. All right. I'm like, I'll call him in the morning. Right. I call him in the morning. Again, they say there's nothing we can do for you. You have to wait till the billing department. I'm like, so what you're telling me is you guys have no way of doing support for customers, only by email? Is this what you're telling me? They said yes. I said, what fucking company in 2022 that has a support line only by way of communication is email? Oh, I talked to fucking like 3 people. They all had the last name of Singh. So I don't know if it was the same person or the same person was recognizing me calling and he changed his first name. So I'm stuck, guys, right? I'm pissed. They already, my overdue balance right now for ZipCar is $175. I'm not paying that. I am absolutely not paying that, especially it's because their fault. Their app wasn't working at the time, so I don't feel like I need to pay. Now, I don't mind paying whatever late charge I will receive. I'll pay the $50. That's fine. Okay, I'll pay no more than $50 for a late return fee. $175. Go fuck yourself. Okay, and on top of that, I have your key and your car hostage. How about that? Maybe not a good idea, actually. Nah, I really probably don't. Yeah, they had the electronic car. They really have the power. Yeah, you have 0 power. I have 0 power, guys. So that's actually why I'm upset. So now I'm like in a conundrum, right? Right? Actually, and on top of that, guys, let me put a little disclaimer in after all this. When I went to go back to the house my new place for a month, I lost the keys to the house. Let me repeat what I just said, guys. I took an Uber for my abandoned vehicle, Kia Soul, 2022, by the way, is very nice, to where I was living, to where I'm living now. I lost the house keys on the very first night that I moved in. So what did I have to do? I had to sleep in the Kia Soul the first night. I was locked out. So I had to go, but I had nowhere to go. But I had the keys to the Kia Soul. The Kia Soul, I took the keys with the Kia Soul with me, so no one would steal the car.
Oh, because you couldn't get it.
I couldn't start the car. I couldn't get into it. So I just figured, let me take the keys just in case of someone might take it. Yes. I don't know why. I just took the keys. I felt like, you know why I took the keys? I probably should have left the keys in there, but it was one of those situations where it brought me back to the ex-girlfriend that you had, and she dumped you for the quarterback. and you know that and you played high school football with him and you found out that he had fucking like herpes or something, you wanted to hold that information?
This never happened. The worst analogy.
It's mine.
That analogy stinks.
It's Cut to the Chase podcast. So I'm locked out. I have nowhere to go. The only place that I feel like is safe is sleeping in the Kyosol, whatever. I did that. Next morning, I go to work, right? Whatever. ZipCar's still giving me shit.
Here's my question. Can you not? So how did you get to work?
By Uber.
You slept in the
Nick, get on the mic. Get on the mic, Mike, because you're fucking talking to me, and I want to.
Okay.
I need.
How did you get into the Kia Soul? Were you locked out, or could you get in? You just couldn't start the car. Because you said you slept in the Kia Soul.
I'm able to unlock the car.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not able to start the car.
Got it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. So to put it in another way of listening, it's like getting to like second base with a girl.
Yeah.
But not home plate.
Got it.
So I get in
And then you Uber back.
to the car.
Oh my God.
In
this is
Dorchester.
such a cluster. Yeah.
I sleep in the car. And then I have to wake up in the morning to go to work. I'm like, I'll deal with it in the morning.
Yeah.
I call ZipCar in the morning. Same thing. There's like, we don't have an answer for you. You have to wait. Email's already been sent. It's escalated to our supervisor. You'll get an answer very soon. I was like, okay, you know what? They seem like there's no sense of urgency of the car just being in Dorchester. We'll just wait. I'll get an answer. You know when I got an answer? Today.
And this was
This was September 1st. Today is September what, Nick?
6th.
Thank you. Now, do you want me to read?
5 days.
You want me to read what ZipCar customer service wrote back to me?
Yeah.
And concluded after my dilemma? Here it goes. Okay. Dear Abel, middle name, last name.
Because they have the there's a way that you do that where you hyper. It's like a hyperlink. You can click a bracket, first name, bracket, comma, bracket, last name. It's basically like it's like a template.
It's a template.
Yeah.
But I know that the customer services are pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Because the way they wrote my name, it's caps first name.
Yeah.
All lowercase middle name.
Yeah.
And then recap last name.
Yes.
They're not educated.
Trash.
They're not educated.
Well, they're not typing it. That's the thing is that's automated.
Automated.
Yes.
I know your fucking plan, ZipCar.
Go ahead.
Dear Abel, first name, last name. After a review of your account history, I already know they're going to fuck me.
Yeah. Go ahead.
They didn't even say, oh, by the way, we're sorry for the inconvenience.
No.
It goes, hey.
Never over email.
After a review of your account history, we have decided to close your accounts. In order for car sharing to be successful, we need our members to respect the community rules and our ZipCars so that all members can have successful trips. We found your behavior to be disruptive to the community, and so we closed your account to limit any further impact. We know you may disagree. Yeah, just a little. But please understand this decision is final and cannot be reversed.
Whoa. Fuck. I have never received an email like that.
We hope you continue to seek out other means of alternate transportation in the future.
Anything past that is like I'm already tuned out. So can you call them back? Did you call them back? What'd you do?
I sent them an email back.
Car's still in Dorchester.
Car still in Dorchester. Never once even answered the email to my late charges.
Yeah.
Never once responded to, I have the keys.
Yeah.
What am I doing with the car? They
Yeah.
were just like, hey, we reviewed your account. Your behavior was deemed unfit.
But see, this is what's so confusing.
Now
I want to dig into this.
I know you do because this is right up your alley a little bit.
So have you had any history with ZipCar in the past?
Yes.
Okay. One of those incidents, and so you've had, would you say, more than one incident with ZipCar in the past?
Well, when you say incidents, can we?
I'm talking about you're upset, you're reaching out to them, you're withholding payment, you're returning a car late. There's infractions.
Minor.
Okay, so you've had several minor. Would you say more than 5 or less than 5?
More than 5.
Okay, so you've had more than 5 okay, so this is probably just the cherry on top for them. The billing stuff is probably...
This is how I look at this. Who cares about the infractions? I'm paying for them.
Yeah, but don't they have like a system where if you don't return the car, then they got to find a car for someone else?
Hey, Nick, there was a system for slavery. That was fucking right.
I had to do that. To even bring up slavery in the same sentence as ZipCar is absurd. But if anyone can do it, it's you.
So I wrote back.
Go ahead.
I wrote back.
What was the response?
So this is what my response to that email. I said, so your app, I didn't even say hi, hello. I just went straight into it.
Okay, we're going to talk about this, but go ahead.
So your app continuously is not working and your lack of customer service support is terrible, but yet I'm getting punished. You will hear from my representation. I have no representation.
You don't have counsel.
I don't have nothing.
There's no counsel. I think what really does you in is the past infractions. That's what makes it so hard to come back from.
This is not fucking Judge Judy court, dude.
I'm just letting you know,
just saying, like,
as a friend. You can't win in these situations.
This is my point, though. This is what I'm trying to get at. These corporations are making it seem like they're Judge Judy in the court of law.
Yeah.
Okay? These are cars that they don't fucking, like... First of all, anything that has to do with a car when you rent it, if there's any issues with the car, the person is responsible for the vehicle, the ones who's renting it, right? In addition to the corporation, right? Mm-hmm. Now, if you're renting it and there's agreement to rent the car to a consumer, then the person is responsible for any damages or whatever the case may be, late charges, whatever. Now, if I was supposed to bring a car at 3 o'clock, right? And if the app was not working and there's proof of the app not working, how is it my fault?
Because of the previous infractions. Because if someone says to me...
This is what Kamala Harris is getting fucking done for, son.
First of all, Kamala Harris would put you in jail for this infraction. No questions asked. I would be trying to figure out how to get the Roadcaster to Walpole because she would have put you in prison for 5 years for not paying your ZipCar bill. She would have planted marijuana in the car. Kamala, it's legal in Massachusetts.
You know what I think? I think she's the one that's behind the keyboard for this customer service. I think that's her.
Kamala Harris is working the switchboard for ZipCar customer service.
So
yeah, man, listen, that's a stressful situation.
It's a stressful situation. And on top of that, so number one, I got my account closed, so now I can't use ZipCar, right? Not a problem. We have other options. We can find other options.
Sure.
Right? Thank God for 2022 now.
Uber everywhere.
Uber, or if I need to go to gig, I can go to Toro. There's other companies. Yeah. Toro, by the way, if you want to sponsor this podcast, great. We love you.
Yeah, Toro's great. Toro fucked up one of my rentals pretty badly and gave me, I think it was like a $50 or $75 credit.
Credit.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
You know, if you can't give me money, give me credit. Mm-hmm. I love credit.
Might be $150. But yeah, Toro's great. You're in the city, and Boston needs to fucking straighten up, and it needs to be easier to maneuver in the city without a car. But so you're off ZipCar. Did you find the key to your apartment? Your new apartment?
I'm sorry?
Did you find the key to your new apartment?
This is another part of my let me give you the other part of what's been going on. So as far as with the key, now I called my friend. I said, hey, listen, I lost the keys. Mm-hmm. It's all good. You know what I mean? Actually, the way I lost the keys is how I actually lost the keys. I was on the train when I was going to, when I actually went into the apartment, and then I dropped everything off. I took the car, I parked, and I got on the train to go hang out. Mm-hmm. I left my bag on the train. The keys was in the bag. So I called her. I said, hey, listen, I lost my, unfortunately I lost the house keys in the bag that I had. It was on the train. Can you call the landlord? Can you get a copy? She's like, listen, I kind of want to keep this a little on the wraps.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to overnight you my keys, and then I'm going to make copies. I'm going to overnight it, so we'll get it to you. And I told her send it to my job. Bada bing, bada boom. 2 days, I can sleep in the car for 2 days. It is what it is, right? Because I can't call, you know.
Yeah, I was just about to say you should have called me.
I mean, a couple.
You just no, because the rule in this house is if you fuck up, you can stay with us, but you're going to hear it the entire stay.
I heard it a different way.
The rule is, and this is coming from the boss.
I fuck up a lot, Nick. So I just want to let you know.
That's what I'm saying.
You better have a burner phone.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you're more than welcome in those situations. You need to let me know, and I can certainly help you. But no, I mean, you need to stop losing things. This is what's wrong with you. You're too happy all the fucking time. You're not stressed about anything. Me, I'm fucking, my shoulders are up by my ears. I'm stressed out. I never lose anything because it's always in my, I'm always feeling my pockets. It's just a constant life of being bothered and stressed all the time. But I don't lose I don't lose things. You know what? Very rarely.
Do you know what would help you with that? Tibetan breathing.
Yeah. Okay.
Tibetan breathing will help you relax those shoulders.
Well, So you found the key. So you overnighted the key.
So
you're staying in the Kia Soul this whole time?
No.
Okay.
I stayed in the Kia Soul for one night, and then my friend she let me stay in her. She has a back area in a one-bedroom apartment, so she let me sleep on a futon. Mm-hmm. So I was for 2 nights.
Okay.
Sunday night I needed another place to stay.
Okay.
So I ended up staying with my friend. Shout out to my man Snyder. Who allowed me to stay in his place on his couch. Actually, a great couch. Great homeless couch, by the way. Yeah. So if you're homeless, this is the thing. Any one of you guys who has a really nice, like, L-shaped couch.
Yeah, sectional, yeah.
Microfiber, deep. That's a good homeless person couch.
For sure.
If you're homeless.
That's why I don't have one.
Because people would come.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So you stay there. Good. Okay.
Good. So now, but the thing is, my friend decided to send the keys overnight by USPS versus FedEx or DHL or the private carriers. Guess what? It's Labor Day weekend. Government agencies are not working.
Yeah. So
that means I'm theoretically going to get it probably later in the week. So now I'm thinking, like, where am I going to stay for another 3-4 days? Because, like, you know how that works. God worked in my favor. The keys came yesterday on Labor Day at my job. So it was only one extra day. It was a guaranteed day. It was a guaranteed Sunday by 6. It came on Monday by 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Thank God. I was able to get in yesterday. Perfect. I'm good. I got a place to stay. Claro.
And now you love it.
Now I love it. Now I have an issue with ZipCar. Okay? Now they resent me an email saying, oh, by the way, we reviewed your account. It states that you have the keys.
Oh, this is another one. Okay.
So can you let us know what's the deal so we can set up another reservation so you can bring back the car to the location? And I told them, if I start the car, I'm keeping it. Fuck you.
This whole thing is a shit show. The company, number one, is a shit show.
The company's a joke.
I'll need to see what your strikeout policy is with them, just to see kind of where you went wrong. Because if it's little things,
they gave me a lot. They
give you a lot.
They gave me a lot.
See, here's what a
lot of late.
If they can here's the thing.
But
fuck
I'm paying
the key.
for it. Though.
This is what I don't understand. You're still paying for it?
No. Every time that I'm late or there's an infraction, if there's an infraction or late, anything that has to do with like the car, my history, it only has to deal with the fact that the car is late. So when it's late, then they charge you. Okay. So if I'm paying for it, what is it to you?
I'll tell you right now, because they're losing money on the back end. They're trying to flip it. If you say to me, I'm going to borrow your car tonight at 8 o'clock till tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Great. Fantastic. That means tomorrow night at 8, tomorrow night at 9, take an hour, I'll clean it once you return it, I flip that and get another reservation, so I'm making double in a 24-hour span. And if you return the car late, then I have to charge you extra to try and recoup some of that money, but then I also have to cancel the reservation, and now it makes the app unreliable. So that's why.
I mean, well, if you put it that way, I mean, they could have nicely said it that way.
They could have,
But
they're in Bangalore, and they probably are like, you know what? It's 3 strikes. You're out.
we're good.
Yeah.
Maybe like 17.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Fuck.
So I don't have an account with ZipCar. It's all good.
You
Fuck
know what?
'em.
You're freed. You're freed from that situation.
I am free.
That was the rules there did not jive with your lifestyle. You need a rental company that can accommodate your lifestyle.
I mean, it did accommodate my lifestyle because at any point I can get a car at any point in time. And the locations were all over the city. So it did accommodate my lifestyle. It just didn't accommodate my pockets like when I needed to deliver it.
Sure.
Not really. But this is my thing. It's gone. I just had to let you know that ZipCar is a piece of shit. If you guys have stocks in ZipCar, sell them right now. If they come to us, to this podcast, and ask us to sponsor them when we make it big, go fuck yourself. Okay? And then I will never, ever, ever accept any conversation from any representative from ZipCar at all. Okay? And on top of that, our hotel decided to serve us unsweetened sweet tea now, which is freaking bullshit.
Oh, you go sweetened.
Unsweetened sweet tea. Who decides?
You can't name it sweet tea if it's unsweetened.
No, it's unsweet
Iced
sweet
tea?
tea. Iced tea. What'd I say?
Sweet tea.
Fuck. It's unsweet.
We're not.
Yeah, unsweet tea.
We're not in Buckhead. Sweet tea. There's no sweet tea in Boston.
No, but black people like to double it up.
Yeah.
We like to let you know what it is not by giving the prefix to the first.
Yeah.
So we like to show it's unsweet sweet tea.
Man.
So I came in hot.
Now here's the thing.
Okay.
That 175. How are you gonna get that back? Like,
they said they're not going to be able to refund it or credit it. So they said they're going to close my account. So most likely they didn't close it. It's probably going to go to collections.
Oh, so you don't have a thing on file. You don't have a card on file with them, so it was never charged.
No.
Oh, then fuck them. You'll never see that 175.
I'm probably sure they're going to collect it, and so probably going to go to some collection agency.
They're not going to go for $175. That's gone. See you later. Next up, move on with your life. See you later.
Good.
It's over $500, I think, where they try to,
Good.
Good. Get rid of it. See ya. Next. Now we'll find you something else.
Right. Yeah,
The tough thing with some of these car rental places though is like they really do. I used to rent from Enterprise Rent a Car. I used to work there.
I know. Actually, I just called Enterprise today for work related thing.
Oh yeah,
Very nice gentleman actually helped me.
They're nice people there. Those types of places you got to get in very quickly with whoever the decision maker is.
Yeah, you got to talk to the person.
You got to present them with something too. That's the thing. I know your game. I'm going to present you with something, and I'm going to show consistency with my payment and my treatment of the vehicle. That's it. That's the secret.
It's just and I guess just to kind of sum this segment of the episode with fucking this whole thing is really what I'm really getting at after all the thing that we just talked about is this. Customer service has legitimately gone out the fucking window.
It sounds like you're on the tail end. I feel like, but at larger, yeah. You're right. Because there's not enough people. There's not enough people working these jobs. I saw an advertisement for a luxury, and you know how much I love going to Miami, staying at nice hotels.
Yep.
I got an advertisement for the one hotel offering something.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice package, whatever.
Whatever it was. It was just a marketing email. And I thought to myself, I go, why the fuck would I go? Well, I can't go right now. I'm not working.
I didn't want to say it.
Yeah. But like, it's not, I wouldn't want to go anymore. I feel like the only places you go is like the Four Seasons, the Ritz-Carlton, and then like the Rosewood. Like that's like 3 or 4 5-star hotels you can walk in and still get tremendous service. And the rest, it's like, no one's working there. They're all spread thin. How the fuck are you going to get
the top notch?
You're not. You're just not.
Well, we're in a time period where, yes, people are not working as much. People have kind of shifted to investing in themselves or creating businesses, whatever. They're not buying into the corporate ladder structure anymore. And so one of my friends actually kind of said something to me over the weekend, and she's very, 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 very smart, and she's very into, I guess, just really like studying corporations and how they treat their employees, and she studies the psychology behind that. And what she was saying to me over the weekend, and I'm probably going to be paraphrasing this because I was high as a kite. What she said was, what's happening with corporations now in the workplace specifically as to the reasons why people are not going back to work, especially when it comes to younger people under the age of 40 or 35. She said there's a particular phrase or term that's called quiet quitting. Mm-hmm. You know about this, right? Mm-hmm. So, and I learned about this over the weekend. I didn't know about this. I think you might have mentioned it a while ago, where younger people are realizing, millennials, I guess, quote unquote, are realizing that the amount of effort that it takes to pretty much elevate your position in a company is not being rewarded as it used to be, because what companies are doing are keeping people at their positions, because if they promote people, they're not able to fill the positions that the other people that are currently having. So what the people are doing, they're catching on to this, the younger people, and they're saying, well, fuck you. If I'm working hard and I'm not being rewarded, I might as well go somewhere else or just not work and go invest in myself. And I think that's what she meant. Mm-hmm. You can add to that. Is there validity to that?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
It's a social trend. That's why China's going to completely cream us.
Okay.
No question. Because in China, you don't complain about not being rewarded after a year of working somewhere. That the expectation on average is people get promoted within a year to a year and a half in this country, in certain sectors, the tech space, consulting, things like that. Finance, I haven't worked in finance in a while, so I'm not really sure. But yeah. In China, you just go and work.
Yeah.
And there's you're happy when you get paid.
Yeah.
And you get, and it's just, and they have, I don't think it's the way. I wouldn't necessarily want to work there, but like,
sure.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. And we are a very, we're really intrinsic, and we want to learn about ourselves, and that's why everything sucks here. It's true. Right. Because it's right. How's your work going? Your work's going fine. Not for 90% of the people in corporate jobs. Now, blue collar jobs are a little bit different. That's kind of a different ball game because there's inadequate systems. There's not good training. They're dealing with like pretty rough management models there.
Yeah.
But in corporate America, you're going to work at your Wayfairs or your Ritz-Carlton hotels, mm-hmm. or your Nike or whatever.
Sure.
There's a pretty good quality of life. But I just think I just think we're weak. I just think we're so invested in trying to understand ourselves, and we're am I happy? Am I really happy? Yeah, just shut up. Yes. Mm-hmm. You can pay your bills.
Right.
You get one vacation a year. That's more than anybody else would get if you weren't, just appreciate that.
So, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, just to let you know, Nick owns an under child labor fucking camp in Lebanon, and he just wants you to shut up and work.
Just shut up and work, Kris Jenner. Just shut up and work. I don't think anyone wants to work, and like that's just what it is.
That's the thing. I think people want to work. But I don't think people don't feel that it's only a means to a certain end.
Yeah.
Right. Now, outside of that, right, if you don't feel that you are getting the, I guess, I've never been one of those people to complain. So I'm not speaking for the people who don't, I've never really complained, really. I've always been the type of person, I would evaluate how the workplace is and how to strategically win in that workplace, right? So what do I need to do to get to this position? I have to figure out where I am. I have to know which managers to fucking, understand what they view as a worker that's going to be able to get to the next position, how they view it, and then try to adapt, okay? Now, fucking, let's just say we're talking to like labor workers, right? Let's say like house cleaners who work at a hotel, blue collar workers. If they want to get to, let's say a housekeeper wants to get to a supervisor, right? Or another department, let's say like the front desk or something, right? Where they're going to need another set of skills, right? Now, there's people that are adequately, they are qualified for the position, but they're not getting them because either the higher up managers are only promoting the people that they feel is like adequate in their eyes, or B, that they're friends or whatever the case may be. That's what's happening a lot of the times, you know. Now, what do you do? If you're a worker, you're just like, oh, this is it? I just have to accept this? Is that what you're saying, Nick? You just got to accept it?
There's got to be an element of resilience. I think we're speaking in generality, so I think it's different. I'm speaking to people that are just graduated college up to my age of like maybe 30. I'm older than 30, but like in that bracket of like you've been in the workforce for 1 to 5 years. Mm-hmm. So in my head, I'm thinking of a younger generation, and that younger generation doesn't see the same thing that I saw, which was, yeah, it's going to suck. It's going to suck. But you get to a certain point where it sucks a little bit less.
It sucks less.
Let's get to the point where it sucks a little bit less and then start to think, okay, how can I, leverage this and go into something else?
Oh, yeah. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of young people now are... I'm going to use the word very, very loosely, lazy, but I think just unaware of what it takes to really be successful in the workplace, right?
I think it's uncomfortable for older people to admit, and I believe that this is just a fact of evolution, that younger people are smarter than us, because they are. If you think about when you were a 10-year-old, what you were doing. I'm younger than you, so what I was doing as a 10-year-old was more technology driven. Not as much, because I think we're still kind of like where we were, in the 90s and early 2000s. It was just beginning. 2010 is when it really started to get like phone in your hand all the time. I was already graduated college.
Yep. But
if you think about the kids now, where it's like they were in high school in 2015. They were out of college by 2020, 21.
Sure. Yeah.
They're already taking in information so much quicker and processing information so much quicker. The level of contention I have with that is that like you're able to process that, but you don't have the emotional intelligence to say, yeah, this dumb motherfucker ahead of me who has just, 7 more years of experience and they just think he's a pro. How do I emotionally get in a situation where I can leverage certain things to get what I want? Know that there's just going to be an uphill fight, but be like totally fine with, hey, that's just what it is. Kids now are just like, no, fuck that. I'll just go and like rent out my parents' house on Airbnb and make money. Like they're not tied into the same thought process of like, you get with a job, you stay there, you figure out how to get to the top. So that resilience isn't there, but also maybe that's a good thing because they are more intelligent.
I don't believe that.
Yeah.
But go ahead. I mean, intelligence is all relative, to me. So for me, intelligence is like, okay, how to recognize, like, what intelligence to me is? How to recognize between a chocolate frosted donut and a regular chocolate donut. Okay? There's certain intelligence behind that. People be like, oh, if I go to you and be like, hey, can I get a chocolate frosted donut? Which one are you giving me?
The chocolate frosted donut.
Now, are you going to give me the double chocolate frosted or the regular chocolate frosted?
I'll give you what you asked for.
See, some people have given me the double chocolate frosted.
Were you looking at the double chocolate frosted when you said chocolate frosted?
Cut to Chase podcast, guys. Subscribe, like, and share at Chase Abel, Abel, Chase. Nicky Neighborhoods is in the building. How was your weekend, buddy?
It was good. What did I do this weekend?
What'd you do? Labor Day weekend? Did you go after it? Did you go to a barbecue?
Yeah, that's right. Labor Day weekend. I haven't done shit. I feel like I haven't done any summer stuff.
Well, you did some traveling. Like
I did some traveling.
Last
yeah.
You've been, you did some traveling.
Tell my wife that. She feels like we didn't do enough summer stuff. So next summer, I'm doing a summer thing a month.
What do you want? Want me to tell your wife what?
Don't. Well, at your own risk. You could tell her that we did summer stuff.
I'm not saying nothing. I don't even have a pillow. Like,
what did I do this week? I didn't do shit. I just walked around. We walked around. we went to the ICA. Here's the thing. Here's a hack.
This is the age that we're at now. We're at the age where just walking around is an extracurricular activity.
It's nice. I walked the whole city. We go, okay, we're gonna go to the ICA, Institute of Contemporary Art, down in the Seaport. Beautiful museum, beautiful space.
No, I thought it was Institute for Cunt Assholes, but sorry.
It's a good one. I got a new. Anyways, I got new soundboards.
I love it.
Yeah, we'll do a little.
All right, we'll do a little test. What we got?
That's what I was trying to hit, but it's too late. All right. ICA, great place. The trick to going to museums is you have to eat before you go to a museum.
Yeah, because it's long.
It's long. You're fucking just like, I run through museums.
Well, you have like a the thing is with you is the whole bathroom thing, and I know you are you're very you're thoughtful in that way. You know, I don't really think that way when it comes to me and my body. You know, some people like I mean, generally women are like better with that, right? They know, okay, if they know they're going to be doing something long term, they can be like, oh, let me make sure I go to the bathroom first or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Men are kind of, I think, in the middle, right? We don't really think about, hey, let me go to the bathroom first before I start doing a 2-hour hike.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You know, it usually when we just go when we have to take a shit, we just go take a shit.
You just go and experience something and take life as it comes. Yeah,
right.
Not me.
Not you.
So I was like, we're going to go down to the Seaport. I'm going to be aggravated already, so I got to wear something light, throw a light outfit on.
Nothing, how to go in your shirt
much.
With
Just a light number. And then we get there and we
wear white because it's Labor Day weekend, or is it after Labor Day?
No, I was in all black.
Of course. Black excellence.
All black.
Love it.
Showed up. I was like, hey, let's walk around. Let's get a bite to eat before we go in. My wife actually made the suggestion. I go, that's a good idea.
You didn't have to tell me that. I know that.
So we walk around. We go to this place called Serafina, which is down in the Seaport. There's one here in the Back Bay too.
Italian.
Nice Italian fare. Not bad. Overdressed salad, but whatever. It's fine. Enjoyed a nice lunch there. Sat there, just talked, had a good time.
Sure.
Walked over. And just walked through the ICA. Didn't like anything in there. Not a fan of contemporary art. There's like one piece that I was like, oh, this is cool. But like, you ever go to a museum on a date? Do you ever take a date to a museum? I think only married couples should go to a museum because you can actually say what you think when you're in the museum. You don't have to pretend like you're an art history major and you actually give a shit about any of this stuff.
I would be honest with you. I feel like the best times to have taken women on dates was like in the 90s.
Yeah.
Where shows like The Different World was on.
Yeah.
And, Martin and, it just the whole essence of knowing culture and art was a thing in the 90s. So, no, I never took a date actually. I never suggested it. Like I never was like, but I'll probably start doing it.
But see, you got to find, here's the thing.
My boy Godfrey goes all the time. He fucking loves museums.
Yeah.
He fucking loves going to museums. He learned a lot.
New York is a different beast with museums. Like Boston has like, I would say C+ graded museums. New York has like almost A+ museums.
DC, I think, is up there too.
DC's got the Smithsonian,
Chicago.
which is the A+. Yeah, so like those are all like first market. Boston's kind of like a in-between market.
In between, right?
Yeah, like you could go to, I think the best museums I've ever been to in Boston, well, there's only a handful, is the Museum of Fine Arts. Has some cool stuff depending on what you're into.
It's a beautiful building, by the way, too.
Beautiful building. The building's got to be nice. Beautiful building. Nice little cafe.
Okay. They do wine tastings there too, by the way.
Oh,
on Wednesdays.
Love that.
Yeah, just
love that.
Mm-hmm.
The museum over at Harvard, the Natural History Museum, and then there's an additional. It's like the Fog Museum or something like that. They have a Picasso or Picasso there, which is cool.
I was hoping you were gonna kind of just insert the African American Museum over in Beacon Hill, but I was just
never been.
I know.
Okay.
A lot, a lot of people haven't.
We'll go this weekend.
A lot of people don't even know it's there.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Is it on the I've never been to it.
Yep. No, but it's okay. It's in Beacon Hill. Mm-hmm. It's actually where I was naturalized.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I've never been there. But I'd go. But here's the thing. It's tough to get into it. My point being, I'm fucking long-winded today. It's tough. It's tough getting into it when it's not the best. When it's not the best in the world. When you go and you're like,
Yeah.
this is like, some of this shit is like not that great.
But even if it's not great, I feel like art is something that you need to like personally absorb on your own, because everyone's depiction of what art is different. So if you go, let's say if no one's there, and let's just say if it's a museum that's not very known, I think you can still absorb, some great things about it if you just let your mind kind of like be present with the art and let it create it for yourself.
I guess, yeah, you kind of have to mentally pregame for that.
Yeah, you just kind of just say, okay, this is what I'm like observing. I don't really care who's around. I don't care who's there. And just be like, all right, this is art. What does it mean to me? How do I view it? And then you just kind of go from there, right?
But I don't pretend either. That's the thing. Is like I kind of just I'll move on to the next room. I don't linger.
So you're not doing art the right way. You're not doing art walking in through a museum the right way. You got to like look at a painting and like stand there for at least 10 minutes and look like you're fucking.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God, that sounds like torture.
That's what they do. They just look at it.
Do you think they want to though? Do you think if like someone were to go through the museum with like a vest on,
okay,
they're like, "Hey, I'm with the museum."
You think the personnel who wears a vest?
I think to be in a museum, to work in a museum, you have to have
one of those
vest,
one of those nylon green ones
with air headphones in it for people that want to listen to the guided tour.
You're describing someone who works for air traffic control, dude, not someone who works in the museum.
I'd like a uniform.
Okay.
And they're going around being like, you don't have to stand here if you don't like it. You can just go. How many people would be like, okay, thanks. Can you tell us where we might like things?
Right.
A curator, like a sommelier of art. Like when Chase walks in and goes, sir, what are you interested in?
Oh.
African art. Okay. 5th floor. Ignore all the racist shit on floor 1 and 2. Because there's some real fucked up shit. Go to the 6th floor and then maybe check out. We have some cool Polynesian art on the 4th floor. Check that one. Check that out on your way down.
On the way down.
Yeah.
Got it.
So you don't even have, because like I'm not into like Victorian art, like that stuff where it's just like weird Victorian era art. Like,
okay.
I want like a tour guide.
So
I think I'm just describing a tour guide.
So would you go to what would you go to like the Lou, the museum?
Yeah.
Lou? Would you go there?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a lot of like old school art there. But why would you go to the Lou versus going to?
Well, the structure is interesting. The building.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I mean, I don't know. I'm not really. I mean, the only museum I've been to is the Peabody Essex Museum in Salem, Mass.
Whoa.
Off Derby Wharf. And prior to that, the only time that I went to a museum was when I watched The Voyage of the Mimi when I was in the 4th grade.
Voyage of the Mimi, I remember that. On Laserdisc.
Off Gloucester. Shout out to Gloucester.
ICA, MFA, I think you get in Tuesdays at the MFA and Thursdays, or maybe switch that. But you go in you get in for free. That's usually when I go in.
Yeah, the free, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, museums kind of should be a little free.
Yeah.
I mean, it's art, but I mean, I know that you have to keep the lights on. You got to,
Yeah.
I don't think museums should be more than $5 or $10.
I think that should be part of the tax for the rich.
For the rich?
Yeah,
Or by the rich?
when you tax rich people, I think some of that should go to museums.
I mean, listen, I'm with it. I'm with it because I'm not paying it.
No. The MFA is not getting a dime.
Yeah, they're not. They're not sending me like mail.
I'm not getting invited to parties there. What the fuck am I? So then I go, obviously, because I look, before I go anywhere, I like to go on the website. Number one, I'm looking for merch. Do they have good merch? I always like a hat or a t-shirt.
But Nick, again, let's take a step back for a second. You do have like a look that you're a museum director.
Yeah.
You have like a museum director type of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't really care. Like you're not really around it. But if you get emails about things that need to be fixed, you'll answer it.
Sure. I'm very aloof.
Yeah.
I could work in a museum.
No, you would work. This is exactly who you are. You would be on the board of directors for the MFA, but you also would be on the board of trustees for like Flames down in Mattapan.
It's someone who's vetting me is like, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, art history major. Okay, MFA. Flames. Interesting.
Yeah, Flames. Yeah, if you guys don't know what Flames is a West Indian cuisine franchise in Boston that sells a lot of curry goat and Jamaican food and all that. So I feel like you would have a very, very, let's just say your portfolio would be very interesting.
It would be diverse, but in a way where people would be like, this is odd.
You would have in your folder, in your portfolio, you would have definitely an urban development sector in there.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Like you would go to Andover, you'd go to Andover High basketball game. They'd be like, oh, so what do you do? Be like, oh, yeah, I'm a director of the Flames.
Flames.
Patois, cocoa bread and cheese. You start serving cocoa bread and cheese to like the Hoopers down in Andover High.
Oh my God. Well, they do have. So I was talking to my wife about this. If I ever came into a lot of money, when I come into a lot of money,
there you go.
I
that's what I'm talking about.
Want to get. You pay like, I think it's like $5,000 a year, and you're at the director level contributor. Obviously, if you're a true wealthy person, you don't go on the website and click the different levels of status. When you just donate and they name a wing after you, like
and then they let you know where you stand. Right.
Yeah.
That's the
thanks for the
way.
$5 million. Here's you get these are the Nick Assad bathrooms now.
Yeah, right. Here's the plaque for the bidet.
But if you're kind of a tryhard and you want people to think you're cool, you donate $2,500. Someone's making $1 million a year. What is it to donate $2,500, $5,000 to be invited to all the parties and get to go there for free? That's like a big kind of like yuppie New York thing to do.
I think it's good to kind of reward people who help.
Yeah. Would that be like on your thing of would you have any interest in that if you won money? Came into money?
If I came into money
like donating so you could be in like on the board of directors of, or like kind of part of like a collective of artists.
No interest whatsoever.
That's what I was trying to bail myself out of this. This story stinks.
I fucking I'm living in Makio Seoul for 3 days. You think any extra money I want to do, I'm just going to give it to some fucking dude that's going to like order croissants?
First thing you're doing is buying that Kia Soul.
Great car, by the way. The new ones?
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's like a mini size
I know
SUV,
the car.
but it's got a little kick to it.
I like that. I like the kind of hybrid car.
It's got a great space in the back, so it's kind of like almost an SUV.
I'm over.
You know what I want? I'm kind of in a phase. I think my next car is going to be really out there. It's not going to be one that's like, I guess, familiar mostly with people. I think I'm going to pick a car that's like, people are like, oh, what's that? Oh, Kia Soul?
Love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're going to be like, well, how'd you get that? Well, it's 45 miles to the gallon. It's quick enough for me to get to places.
Yep.
Yeah. So, we'll see. I will tell you this. ZipCar definitely really kicked my ass into now really getting into a car. I have to get a fucking car now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to get a car. I'm making good money now with my job. I mean, I'm kind of broke this week.
Don't let the IRS hear that, but yeah.
Cash App at Coco Caliente -- Coco Caliente. That's my Venmo, by the way. At COCO-CALIENT.
We'll post it on Instagram.
We'll post it on Instagram. But yeah, I'm gonna look into kind of more just really, really anything that I purchase is going to be really, I'm going to go into it with the intention of it being lasting a long time.
Yeah.
Even though cars are not made like that anymore. You know, cars are usually generally only, right now cars are fucking, it doesn't matter what brand, 6 or 7 years, it's fucking gone out the window.
Sure.
They're not building cars the last 20 years anymore. Like back in the 80s, the 90s, or whatever. It's all plastic, metal. It's all like electric shit that just like goes to shit. You know. So, if anyone has any deals on cars or something, just send me a DM or whatever. Fucking, I don't know, dude. You know, I might just move to Africa and just say fuck all this. Just you know, we got camels where I'm from. They don't say nothing. You just give them water.
Bro, just get like a Toyota whatever.
I got Camry.
That's it.
I got Camry.
Yeah,
I want to get the Camry.
I go SUV though. I like the SUV. I like the space.
Midsize?
I like being high off the ground.
I like being high off too, but I mean, what I'm gonna get? Toyota what? Like a Highlander? It's too big. I don't need that.
RAV4?
RAV4 is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Ravs, but they're a little too rigid for me. I need a little, you know. If I'm gonna go RAV4, I gotta get the all bells and whistles.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking of just going like a Honda Civic with the bells and whistles.
Honda Civic is good.
The Civic's nice.
You're a car guy. You like a car. I think you're set up for the car.
I'm a car guy. Well, I did work at Valvoline, so I got a lot of experience.
Johnny Firestone over here.
$750 an
So you're
hour.
gonna get the car. Are you still staying in Massachusetts? Like, are you gonna stay in Boston? Weren't you supposed to move to San Diego?
Yeah, my goal, well, I'm staying in Massachusetts for sure, and then I'm going to do by first quarter winter time. I'm going to make a decision. It's going to be either New York City or California.
First quarter
of next year. 2023.
Okay.
Yeah. So I need 2023. I need at least, I need to, you know, save some money, get some things actually going. I need to, like you said, I need to start kicking up and ramping up shows, get this podcast out there, start, you know, doing things with that, and then seeing what type of, I guess, traction I can get from that, and then we'll go from there. I don't want to be in Boston past first quarter winter next year.
You're not going to be in Boston come summer of 2023.
Oh, I'm out of here.
Okay, you're not here.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And I'll have an extra room, and I'll offer you to stay. Every moment of
Shots
every
fired.
time, I will offer my room to you just to fucking tell you.
You're more than welcome to stay here, Chase. You have to understand that this is just how I was raised. You always have a seat at the table. You always have an air mattress, but it comes with an emotional beatdown and a total dissection of what led to this. I'm not one of those. Here's the thing, I mean this. I mean this with love.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. It doesn't matter what your wife is gonna say, dude. I'm a refugee from East Africa. There's nothing that she's gonna say emotionally to me that's gonna fucking say anything. That my
it's
mom
not what she says.
and my
it's how
pet
she
fucking
says
cat
it.
Nicky said to me.
It's how she says it.
Doesn't matter.
The deep sighs, the eye rolls, the pauses. Oh,
My mom thinks I'm gay.
clip that. That's the that's the friggin' title for this episode. My mom thinks I'm gay. Oh man. No, you can stay here. I think you will now appreciate that apartment for the month that you're in it now a little bit more because of all you had to go through.
I appreciate the night before when I sent her the text. Say, hey, by the way, do you have a place I can stay? She's like, yeah. I was like, thank you.
Would you date this person?
I mean, we've had some.
That could prolong the.
We've dated
The stay.
before. Like we've dated. Like she's a friend that I used to date her.
Oh, okay. She's just a friend
Yeah,
now.
she's a friend. She's a really good person.
Yeah.
And this is the thing with me though. Like, I'm not one of these men that kind of just. I don't leave a relationship with any type of animosity or anything. I've felt like I've been pretty good at any person who I get, I guess, intimate with or share experiences with or date. I'm not an asshole, Like I try to mend good relationships, even though if it like if it's not there anymore, I try to leave on a good note where people can be like, oh, he's a good guy.
Sure,
I
on a high note.
Now, not everyone is, a savant like me, like most men.
I think that's the wrong use of the term.
I know. I try to reach for it. Just wasn't the right.
What are these basketball shorts, by the way? Biko?
Yeah, this is the Turkish league, FIBA Turkish league.
Fuck! I'm handing it over to you. This is absurd.
This is what?
This is insane.
Because it's the Turkish league and for FIBA.
You were in a Boston Police T-shirt with Turkish basketball shorts on.
Told you I had connections, dude.
Man. Well, I'm glad you got a place. I think the fans
I was gonna text you and say, "Hey, I got a place," but then you're gonna be like, "Good, Chase, get the good for being adult." Like I don't know what else to like. I don't know what type of good news. My good news for me when I share it to you, it's like for you, it's just like it's me. That's not news. That's like you being adult.
I'm still happy for you though. I don't
because niggas like cool. Like, it's like, do you have heat? Do you have electric?
I have trouble. I do have trouble with some of that stuff where I can't sometimes just be happy for someone. I want them to have the best. I want the best for them. And being able to express those feelings sometimes is a little difficult.
Wow. Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But I am glad. I'm happy that you got
put
this
pressure
place.
on me.
And I want to know your plan because, not only for this podcast, but to let the listeners know what to expect and what's coming down the pipe.
For sure. Yeah, there's a lot going on. And this is a great. I mean, the podcast has been going good. We've been consistent with that. I think we're 41 episodes in, around there. And we are challenging ourselves each and every week to commit to this podcast, commit to the craft of just comedy and just kind of. This is what podcast is for me. Podcast is ideally just a audio or video journal of your life. And before I go, I want to have a collection of really, really things that I can at least go back on and be like, man, what the heck was I thinking when I was like 40 or 37? And just see the graph. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or I could just really just be doing it because I'm just a fucking narcissistic fucking, person that just likes to hear himself talk. But either way, I don't know. It's, I don't know what's going to go. I don't know what's going to happen. I hope that the next 4 or 5, 6 months, we don't know. We don't know. Maybe you'll come along. Maybe you'll stay in Boston. Maybe your podcast fucking kicks off and, you do your shit, But I'm going to try my best. We're going to try our best to keep it going. I don't know where we're at as far as, I don't know if we concluded the ZipCar thing. I don't know.
So I think we left off is that you're a free man from ZipCar.
Okay.
You did pay the overage.
Do I return the keys
Or no,
back?
you didn't pay the overage.
Didn't pay the overage. They're
You
not getting
pulled
money.
the card. You pulled the card.
The
card's gone
no, I have the card. It's not up
from
to
them.
Yeah.
They don't have access to your funds anymore.
They close the account.
Yeah.
If they want to run the card and try to see if they can try to sneak in a little payment. You
don't have your authorization.
The balance is $175.
Mm-hmm.
I will always have my checking account balance for the next 2 months, $135.
Fuck them.
Just to make sure they don't.
Fuck them.
It comes back every time.
Honestly, fuck them.
This is bad service, man.
Well,
maybe not. Maybe I overextended
if you're a repeat offender, I think we've established this. The new the point of the whole fucking episode is you've moved on. You've learned from your mistakes.
I have.
Next time you move,
not mistakes.
Next time you move, you'll already have a game plan put in place, most likely. I would think. Although the energy that I'm getting from you is it probably not. And you have a really good friend. I think the whole moral of this story is you have a really good friend that overnighted you the keys and helped you get this apartment and put you in a good situation.
Yeah. So in the end, like most of the time, things do work out for the best.
They do.
Ladies and gentlemen. And this whole podcast is all, we do satire here. We make, we do a little slapstick. We get silly.
Vaudeville.
But we do have, I think, a grip on reality to a degree where, when things go really, really left, always know that, you just got to stay poised and then things will work out in the end. And it did work out in the end. And now we are doing a podcast and we're laughing about it. 2-3 days ago, not so much.
Not so much.
Not so much where I didn't even want to call Nick to explain it to them because I know Nick would be like, well, all right, Chase. What time would you be...
what time are you coming?
What time are you coming, Chase? All right. That's Ladies and gentlemen, I think we are pretty much done with today's episode.
Cut to the Chase podcast.
Brought to you by not ZipCar.
By Turo.
By Toro. I am followed at... Actually, Nikki, what's your handle?
Pain in my Assad. Check me out on Instagram and follow Chase at Chase Abel on Instagram, and check out the YouTube that we have as well for the Cut to the Chase podcast.
That is right. You do what Nicky says. Nicky Neighborhoods says. Can be followed on Instagram at Chase Abel, ChaseAbel. I do have also TikTok. It is Chase Abel at Chase Abel _comedian. I have a few posts there. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing on TikTok. So tickety talk you away. Message me, ticket talk, whatever the fuck you want to do there. www.chaseabel.com. I'm always there. I have dates in September coming up. I have some shows. I'm getting back on stage. Podcast is continuously coming. And you guys have a great week. Get after it. Have a great time.